Hello and welcome to StartAWeb.biz tutorial on becoming a reseller. MyDataCloud.us is where I do all of my domain names and most of my hosting. I do have hosting accounts with other companies depending on the client's needs. But what's the difference? Basically, a MyDataCloud reseller account is fully supported. So there's actually a 24/7 hour phone number that customers can call and make purchases and complain about their hosting if it's messed up, and get support, where I don't have to answer those phone calls. And those guys will even sometimes upsell your customer and make you a little extra money, which was the case for me this month. I had a guy renewing, he forgot his password, he called the guys up, renewed all his stuff, they talked him into doing it for a couple years instead of 1 year, and I got a better commission out of it. So that's one form of reselling, and you can go to my website and you'll be able to buy all kinds of stuff. Basically, let's go ahead and show you. So here on the MyDataCloud website, as you can see, I'm featuring hosting because I make bigger commissions. So, this one I might get $20 a month off of. This one I might get $10 a month of. This one's only a few bucks. But this is my front end. That's my Joomla website I built. And this is my reseller program, basically. So here I can search and buy domain names. I can transfer domain names. I have all the same services as any major web company would have, and all of these things I don't have to worry about. I don't have to know how it works necessarily. What I do though is I do sell domain names, and then I usually sell my clients into a web hosting account. They do have the website builders and the easy stuff. I usually discourage my clients from that. I usually say, hey, let me set you up a hosting account, let me build your website on it. Go here, register a domain name, buy the hosting, and then I'll go and build your website on it. Just give me your username and password. And that's pretty much how I do my business. And let's just take a look at some of the stats. For example, last month I sold about $500 worth of domain names and hosting, basically, and I'm getting a $165 commission check, and there's a 42 cents pay-per-click little bonus that I got as well. As you can see, today I've made $11.75 reselling. That was probably a domain name and a hosting package. Now let's go back. If you go to mydatacloud.us/reseller, you're going to find this page, and you're going to have two options to join this program. One is a basic reseller and one is a pro reseller. And yeah, there's a huge difference. There's like $100 difference basically. But that $100 difference gets you better buy rates, so the domain names are cheaper, your products are a little cheaper, you get better rates. But the biggest bonus is you can sign up other resellers underneath you and make commissions off of them. And as a matter of fact, when you do join and become a pro reseller, you get a pro reseller account, and then you get a basic reseller account along with it. And what happens is, as your basic reseller account makes commissions, your pro reseller account will make a commission off of that account as well. And here I'll show you an example. This is the commission, basically, that I made for last month, $165. And this is my pro reseller commission. You can see, since I only have one customer, me, I'm the only reseller, then I'm only got that commission off that sale. I don't have anyone else underneath this account. But I made another $23 off of that sale. So take the $23 and add it to the $165, and that's my real commission all the way across the board. As you can see, today I made $11.75, and my Pro Reseller account made 33 cents off that sale. It all adds up. I mean, let's take a look over here. The top resellers. We have one guy who sold $93,550 worth of revenue, and his commission off that was $23,882. That's pretty good for 1 month worth of work. In fact, he didn't even have to work for it. His reseller program was probably doing all the selling, like I said. All you got to do is drive traffic to it, refer your customers to it, make those commissions off of it. You know, if you have a client who hasn't registered a domain name and knows nothing about anything, go ahead and make the sale and get commissions off of it. There are other reseller programs out there, and most of them are for hosting, like reseller hosting. And that's where you get more of, like a virtual server or a dedicated server, and then you're selling space on that server, and you get to keep 100% of the commissions of that. However, if there's server issues, well, you're the one that's got to fix them. You're the one that's got to deal with them. So if you're a really good server guy and you're always close to it, and able to get up in the middle of the night if there's a hosting issue or something goes down and figure it out on your own, you can make a little extra money off hosting that way. But I prefer the My Data Cloud reseller program because, if I decide to get out of the business and I just quit or disappear or make enough and retire on the island, and I stop paying for all of this and I just stop, then these customers are still taken care of. The master reseller above me, their program basically will put them on a generic account and all their stuff's taken care of. They're still operational as long as they're paying their dues and their fees on their accounts, then they stay in business even without you. That's kind of the bonus of this. It's something that was very important to me, is what happens if I want to quit. What happens to all my customers? What do you do with that responsibility? Well, here they'll just get forwarded to another domain name, and that will basically continue on without me. The guys, the 24/7 sales and support team will just keep doing their thing, and I just won't get any commissions. Or, what if I just disappear and keep paying my reseller account? Well, then I'll keep getting commissions off of these people for as long as they're doing business with my account. Right now, I have 35 customers in this particular account, and it pays for itself. The reseller renewal fees every year, the pro reseller commission alone is probably paying for the whole reseller fee now. So, and I don't have to support it all. I don't have to be there when the server goes down. I don't have to collect. They do the collecting. They send the reminders. Hey, your credit card's expired. Your products are going to auto-renew or not auto-renew. And they're there to answer the phone and even make sales for you if you're not even there. Which actually was the case last month. I did not make this sale personally. It was going to renew at a 1-year renewal. The guy lost his passwords. He called the support line, and they talked him into, hey, why look for your passwords every year? Let's just go ahead and renew it for 3 years. And so I got a larger commission last month because of that actual partnership with the guys down there behind the scenes, behind the curtains, keeping the websites going, the domain names going. So this is just a basic overview. I encourage you, if you're going to sell websites, to become a reseller and make some extra commissions off the domain names and the hosting, and let those guys do all the heavy lifting and the server setting up and all of that. Just sell them into going to your website, have them register a domain name and check out a hosting package, give you access, the username and password, and then go in there and set it up for them and set up their website and sell them a website in the process. So I'll usually, say it's even a cheap website, a few $100s. Go register a domain name, pick out a hosting package. Well, you get a little extra commission off of that, and then as it renews every year, it's a reoccurring commission, and it'll keep going on without you. I can only imagine this reoccurring $23,000 a month, and not lifting a finger. That's just domain names and hosting and servers. That's probably not even the amount of money that company makes building and servicing or whatever the real service is. So go ahead, go to mydatacloud.us reseller. It's going to redirect you to a secure server. I encourage you to become a pro reseller. I know it's an extra $100 a month, but you'll get a little extra commission, and then if you get a buddy into the game, sign them up underneath you and get commissions off of his domain names. If you're going to sell your company to somebody, show them how to set up a reseller account first and let them do the heavy lifting. Anyways, that's our tutorial for becoming a reseller and at mydatacloud.us.